Hey Tyler, how you doing? Great to see ya. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Great to see ya. Now most of the people will be able to see it. I usually only do the everyone tags for really big announcements. Hey T-Storm, great to see ya. Hell yeah. Oh, you know it, Tyler. This is going to be a big, big matchup. I am pumped. Oh, it looks like ClassicTetris doesn't have those commands put in. I don't know if I have access to put those in the bot or not. Oh, so thank you so much, Pumpy. I'll give you the links. I totally forgot about that. Now, Pumpy is the GOAT, big time. All right, I sent you the links, Pumpy. Thanks so much. Looks like we have most of our players live, just waiting on Sidnev. I just went ahead and DM'd Sidnev. Oh, Sidnev's live on Sidnev. Okay, cool. All right, looks like we have everybody. Let's go ahead and go over to the main stream. Here we are, everybody. It has all come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big one. Hell yeah. Welcome to the grand final of the ClassicTetris Wars Battle Royal Championship 4. Let's get it on. Hell yeah. I'm here with my partner in crime, Colin. Colin's going to help me co-commentate this. One of the co-admins of ClassicTetris Wars. Say hi to everybody, Colin. Everybody loves to see you.
Hi, GrandDesigns. Hi, everybody. Glad to be here.
So I'm going to tell you right now, the way this tournament has gone so far, over the course of 14 different streams that we've done, through the first round, second round, third round, and the semifinals, the matchups have been unbelievably competitive. So many twists and turns, lots of great storylines. It's just truly amazing to see it culminate with a field this strong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've had a wonderful time broadcasting all of the matches leading up to this, and I can say this has probably been one of the most balanced events that we've run in a very long time. In fact, there was never any indication of a clear winner until about game 6 or 7 in any of the different brackets that we run. So it just goes to show how strong and how competitive this field is, and I'm really looking forward to this final conclusion to this tournament today.
One of the amazing things as well is, over the course of all 15 of those streams, there has only been 2 top row sweeps. And every single round except those 2, at least one player from the bottom row that statistically and seeding we considered an underdog has ended up advancing in the tournament. Do you think that's going to be the same today as far as the top 4, which are going to finish in the money? You think it's going to be a top row sweep?
You know, it is really hard to tell. I mean, looking at the players that we have, I mean, obviously row 1's being the the #1 seeds do have the advantage, but there is a number of high-profile players down in that second row there. 3 of which, Miles, Noah, and Sidnev, very well could have been Tier 1 players. All are very proficient players. Multiple CT or Classic Tetris League Division 1 or 2 players. I mean, it's really a toss-up. You never know. It's going to be depending on who's on today.
I would say, looking at the field overall, Gerald is the #1 overall seed. And as we see in that warm-up game in E64, games like that are definitely going to get you a lot of points. But most of the players in the top row did extremely well in the semifinal matchups. Dog and DanV and Tommy all doing very well. But the biggest surprise really is Noah. Noah almost won the semifinal despite being on the bottom row. Noah's going to be a player I'm looking at to potentially be a dark horse here.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if the term dark horse is really necessary for Noah anymore. Noah has made a name for himself over the past couple of weeks here. He is a very, very good player, very good roller, definitely an up-and-coming player, and a real threat to these players here.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all if that ends up coming. Also, we have a contribution to the Matcherino. $1.40 coming in from Tyler. Thank you so much, Tyler. Much appreciated. Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tyler. Exclamation point Matcherino into the chat. We do have that prize pool up to $820. All of that money will be going toward the players. We already have the Tier 5 and Tier 4 players awarded, so they'll be getting a piece of that prize as well. But we also have the top 4 that will be in the money, as well as Sidnev and KPoke going to be battling it out for a piece of that prize, as well as being the highest finishing Tier 3 player.
You really could not have asked for anything more, honestly, because I was actually expecting those prizes to be decided before the finals. The fact that we have 2 Tier 3s and 2 Tier 2s, both having sub-storylines here, just makes it that much more hype.
Yeah, and I think everybody in it is playing for some table stakes here, right? So they're going to be wanting to play their very best, and that's just going to lead to a way more fun and exciting matchup today.
Yeah, one of the other things as well that's really interesting is how the prize pool scales itself once you get to the top 4. You get 5% of the prize pool for finishing 4th, then it doubles to 10% for 3rd, doubles again to 20% for 2nd, and then finally doubles again to 40% for 1st. So it's a really big prize differential for the top 4 places. That just makes it that much more important for everybody to do their best every game, because unlike the previous rounds, where when you have like top 4 advance, it doesn't matter what position you're in. This time, it's similar to top 4 getting a reward because the top 4 finish in the money, but the order in which you finish matters this time around. I'm curious if that's going to affect anybody's strategy.
Yeah, I think really the main strategy that we're going to see from the majority of these players is going to try to go out and win this event. I mean, the time for resting on your laurels is over. Yeah, in the past couple of things, all you needed was the top 4 to advance in the tournament. But I think everybody here looking to get a big win and take the server championship home. You do see a couple of these players here. Miles, the only player in Classic Tetris Wars history to go fully perfect in a battle royal event. He's definitely going to have his work cut out for him today, but he's going to look to try to do that again, and that'll secure a #1 spot as a finish.
Yeah, also too, Sidnev, the only player in the field to have made all 4 of the Battle World Championship finals, dating back to the Battle World Championship 1 we had in 2021. I think Sidnev is one of the players that really, really wants to try and get that big win because of how many times she's come close.
Yeah, agreed. I think another player that we're really going to want to have to look out for today is DanV. DanV is a very strong player, and I've been a big fan of DanV recently. Just watching how he is developed as a player, especially switching to the rolling playstyle and how strong he's become. He tends to shine in these 8-game events. It's going to really come down to how well he can execute on 18, because 18 will definitely be a factor with this field.
One of the other important things about DanV as well, DanV came in from what everybody considered to be the hardest bracket in the tournament, the red bracket. and the harder of the two semifinals, which was semifinal 1, where we did some statistics. Thank you so much, by the way, Tyler, for doing those statistics for us. The highest scores in the second semifinal would have barely made it or not even made it at all in the first semifinal. And DanV ended up coming from that and the group of death red bracket. So DanV is actually very battle tested right now coming into this final.
Yeah, in fact, a number of these players, I believe Dog also was one of the members of the red bracket.
I think the tier ones in that bracket were DanV and Alex T, from what I remember. Alex T was a little bit of a shocker that Alex T didn't end up making it to the finals, but everybody has rough days here and there. Alex showed some flashes and got a few big scores, but it just showed how cracked that field was.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, it is now 12 past the hour. We are going to get started in 3 minutes, everybody. 3 minutes, we are getting started. Everybody give me your readies and finish up your warm-ups. 3 minutes, we're getting started.
Yeah, and this is going to be a same piece sets affair, right?
Yes,
GD?
it is. This is going to be our very first ever 8-player same piece sets battle royal. So everybody's able to love this one.
Yeah, so once everybody is ready, we'll give you the seed.
Yes, we are doing same piece sets, Tommy. We are going to be giving you the seed momentarily. Okay, everybody here. The seed is going to be F2491D. F2491D. And every game, you're going to be incrementing the first 2 characters. Looks like we're getting our final warm-ups in now here. We already got it ready from Tommy. Ready from Dan. All right, take your time, Dan. We still got a few players finishing up. Hey, you know it, Akatsu. SPS is sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sidnev, in the chat, reminding everybody this is a double kill screen at level 39. So please make sure you enabled that. We've got a number of players here that can play past that.
Okay, I can try and crop it, Pumpy. Yeah, we're using the seeds that I gave Pokey. That's why that we already know the seed.
And then Tyler, with the reminder to play all of your games through to the very end because your stats are going to be tracked.
So basically, Mullins are encouraged. But there is the 39 cap. 39 double kill screen. Look at Ivan. There are a number of players that can play past 39. I think that number is 8. I think you're right. Here's another question. So far, twice in the semifinals, we had an 8th place max out. Could we see an 8th place 1.1 today?
Well, we are certainly gonna find out. If there is a field that could do it, it is this one. We've had one event where we've had an all 8-player max out, and where a max out wasn't worth a point. So it could very well happen, and I'm very excited to see if it does.
It happened once in each semifinal too.
Wow.
The first semifinal was a little bit harder, but the max out did encounter the other one.
All right, we've got readies from our bottom row, DanV and Tommy, just waiting on Dog and Gerald.
All right, Sidnev's cam's fixed up. There we go.
Can you get Gerald's as well? Just try to get the black out of there. Just make it a little bit bigger.
Let's see if I can. DanV could have memorized the whole seed. I don't know.
All right, Gerald is ready, just waiting on Dog.
Hey, Kane N right there saying the first time watching since the loss of Jonas. Rest in peace, Jonas. Greatest Tetris player of all time, bar none. Still wish he was with us. But so glad to see you back watching us here again. All right, we got good luck, have fun from everybody right now. Looks like we have readies all across the board. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final is getting underway right now for the Classic Tetris Wars Battle Royale Championship 4. So without further ado, game number 1 is on the run. Count it down from 5, Colin, in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Hey, V the Time Mate saying this is hype. You know it. Power up the hype, baby. Let's get it on. Hell yeah. All right, we are underway.
Yeah, so Grand Designs, you had made mention earlier that this has been a tournament that we've run, and so over the course of what, 2 months?
About 2 months, yes.
Yeah. So, just to plug our weekly events that we've got going on while these players are stacking in 18, nothing really to write home about right now, that we do have events outside of this tournament that run every week. I host stuff on the weekends. Grand Designs takes stuff over the week. That schedule will be changing just a tad bit. I'll probably start taking more matches during the weekdays, and Grand Designs will shift to the weekends, so stay tuned to the Classic Tetris Wars server for more information on that. If anybody is interested in playing in any of these events, you can use !WARS in the chat, get an invite into the Classic Tetris Wars Discord server. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we got a really big server building up now. We have about 330 members in our server. The weekly events, we're always filling them up, and it just really, really gets hyped whatever we do. The events we have this battle royal that we do. We have consistency duels where players of all PB ranges can compete against each other with percentages. We have team clashes, which are 4 versus 4 teams. We have pairs challenges as well, which are 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. Combined scores against each of the 2 rows. And we also have PB chase downs that we call PBTV. We alternate those events every week for anybody that's interested.
And as we're about 30 of the lines through here, taking a quick score check, you got TommyNTG leading the top row at 150. DanV going to snatch the lead right away with that Tetris up to 171. Down at the bottom, Sidnev and KPoke pretty much tied. Sidnev going to take the quick lead there, go up to 206. Noah's at 173 and Miles up to 152. Gerald 172, Tommy 172.
Yeah. A little bit ago, Noah was actually in a little bit of a scare. Noah ended up getting a real dirty setup on the left side. Noah did get out of it, but definitely did not want to get this started off with a bagel.
Did you just say started off with a bagel?
Yeah, 0.
That's funny.
I know. Yeah, so Tyler answering the question that K&N had. GrandDesigns82, that's my name, and we have Colin, which is C Chris TM, is my partner in crime right here.
Yeah, and for those... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'm trying to think of the right word to say. Associate? I don't know. Partner in crime came up.
Yeah, partner in crime is fine with me. And then for anybody in the chat that's not familiar with this format, these are 8 players playing 8 games simultaneously. That's why you see all 8 players. Their goal for this tournament format is to get the highest score of all of the 8 players. Points are awarded based on top out scores. So if you finish in first, you get 10 points. If you finish last, you get 0. And then there's a whole bunch of points to be awarded in between.
Okay, Kane N asking any new power players. The last strong newcomer you saw was JD. Since JD's dominance, Dog, who is on the top row, actually won 2 consecutive CTWC World Championships. We also have several players that have won the CTM Masters as well. I believe the entire top row has won CTM Masters. So a lot of them I definitely consider to be power players. And the players on the bottom row are also very strong up-and-comers as well.
Yeah, Kingsman in the chat saying right there, all 8 of these players are power players.
Yeah, that's an understatement of the year right there. These are the
what
best
a line
of the
spin.
best.
What a line spin from KPoke right in the center of the board. That was great.
Actually, I think Puppy's right. I think they all did join after JD. So we're coming up on the 100 line turn, so let's do another score check right now. Current overall leader is Sidnev at 464. After that, we have 452 Noah, 428 Tommy, 430 for Dan, then 444 KPoke, 406 and 406 both for Gerald and Miles, and then Dog at 389 slightly behind the pace.
Oh, Sidnev in trouble here. Sidnev having a couple of hands on the left.
Oh, got it over! Sidnev freaking got that over! No! Sidnev is our first casualty at 465. No!
Yeah, certainly not what we wanted to see here from Sidnev, but still 7 games to go. She's not out of the woods yet, but with this level of field, you cannot afford to give anything away.
Now, one thing that is important is, in one of the semifinal matches, Noah, actually no, in the third round match, Noah on the bottom row, who's in the grand final, had 0 points after the first 2 games and managed to have a monster final 6 games to make the next round. So it's still very possible. Okay, VR Banana saying to keep my enthusiasm away from the mic. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Sorry about that.
VR Banana obviously not knowing who GrandDesigns is.
Distorting at high voice volumes. Okay, let me take a look at that.
Yeah, meanwhile, we've got transition now from our players. Noah in a bit of high dig. Does get a nice long bar for some relief up to 601. Tommy 603. Dog going to transition with the next 2 Tetrises, so does have some time on 18. DanV going to transition at 583. Gerald there at 579. Miles at 598. And KPoke going to transition with the next 2 Tetrises as well. Dog hits transition 543. And Pokey at 635. So off we run. 7 of our players transition to level 19.
Yeah, and as they're saying in the chat, all the players are rolling.
Yeah, I really think we are at that point, or we're probably past the point in the tournament where all of the players that are playing alternate play styles, just because of the playability on 19 and beyond that rolling allows for, that players are able to play on with the rolling play style and make it farther in the tournament.
Yeah. I believe the only player to make it to the semifinals that wasn't a roller was Dylan.
Oh, Noah's going to have some crazy salts here, but he does get that well open.
Oh, no, lumbar dependency for Dylan. No.
Yeah, Noah's going to top out 677 is his final score, but he does finish ahead of Sidnev, so he will get at least 1 point. Dog and Miles have yet to pass that.
Bottom row having a little bit of trouble so far now. Hey, Ryan's saying the RNG's trash. This could be. This was not a call-in seed, by the way. Dog's down 4-6-35!
Yeah, you're not going to be able to chase down Noah's score, so Dog will end up with 1 point.
Still got 5 players going right here. Current leader, Tommy with 814. Pokey with 791. You got DanV getting another Tetris, 735. Gerald's getting into a little bit of a mess here.
Oh, Gerald's really going to have to be careful here. He's got a lot of dependencies forming.
Rough pieces coming. Gerald's in full dig mode at this point. Come on, Gerald's got to be careful here. Double good play. Didn't end up going all the way left with that Z.
It's probably going to end up working.
Nice long bar flat. Dan a little bit of a dig. Leader right now is Tommy at 972, just blowing the field away. Second place is Pokey on the bottom row, 870. Max out for Tommy, A08.
Tommy not having any problems with this seed. We got DanV set up for a little bit of a dusty Tetris. Gets the bar, gets it over. 884 for DanV, 805 for Gerald, A45 for Tommy, 863 for Miles, and 912 for KPoke. And for players, once your scores have been recorded and they're great or they're green, if you want to warm up or whatever, you can just go make sure you're off the seed.
Tommy's got a B on the board right now. Looking at the rest of the field, Tommy's B is stinging right here, let me tell you. Hell yeah.
Oh, and Ivory, thank you so much for the raid. All right, we've got Gerald into level 29 at 923. Get a couple bars. Gets a Tetris there, 960. Miles at 979 gets a nice long bar for relief. Is now Tetris ready in column 9, but does the bar show? Oh, this is looking tough. Kind of selling out for this last tier Tetris. All right, getting some pieces over. Nice long bar flat there. Delayed burn.
Oh, Gerald's
max
going
out
for the center well.
Yep, max out for Miles. A03. Pokey A28, DanV A30, Gerald holding out to try to get this last Tetris into the max out.
Gerald still not, finally gets the max out there, A01, A69, hey now for Pokey. B74 for Tommy. Tommy is crushing it right now. But board's starting to look a little bit iffy here for Tommy. A52 for Dan over on the side.
And Miles is done.
Miles is done. A24 for Miles.
KPoke with a nice Tetris there up to B22, so we got two 1.1s. Tommy on the verge of a 1.2 here, but those squares are pretty gross.
The center well, Dan tried to set up the center well, got a little bit too aggressive. Can Dan get this down? Dan's got some bad pieces coming in now. A68, I think it's going to be it for Dan. A68, that's it.
Yeah, DanV A68 is going to be done. It looks like Pokey's on his way to top out City as well. Pokey going to top out B78 from KPoke. So Gerald has a chase down. You're looking for B79 if you want to take points away from KPoke.
Oh, Gerald's board's in trouble. KPoke could get second here. Oh no, Gerald exits out. Gerald is done. B14. TommyNTG takes game number 1. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Tommy is going to still going against stats or track, so please mullen this out while we calculate the scores. Nice Tetris there, D40. That is a 1.3. Another Tetris, D88, level 38 now. We're about to approach. Oh, doesn't quite get that J over.
Wants that E to finish it. No bar, but D88. D for domination. Just crushing the field that game. Rushing it.
Soapy Beans in the chat saying it right there. Tommy going crazy.
Yeah, didn't I say before the event I said Tommy was my personal favorite to win?
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's just built different.
Now, it's increment. It's going to be increment, Dan. Here, Ryan in the chat saying Pokey got second. But Pokey, in my opinion, based on the pedigree of the other players, I think Pokey is the Cinderella story of this event right now. Oh, right there, the Tommy's got to be careful. That was one of the earliest memes of mine that got posted in the community. Yeah, it's going up to 03. The first two digits are incremented. All right, let's award the points for game number 1. Sidnev with the unfortunate early top out, 465,000 is going to be at 0 points. Then after that, Dog at 635,000 is going to get 1 point. In 6th place, 677,000, Noah's going to get 2. 5th place, getting a max out. Top 5 players getting max outs or above. 1.024. Mouse is going to get 3 points. Then in 4th place, we got 1.068. DanV is going to get 4 points. Top 3 for game number 1. All of them are 1.1 or above. Gerald Freeman with a 1.114 is going to get 6 big points. KPoke on the bottom row with 2nd place, a monster score, 1.178. Pokey's going to get 8 points for 2nd. And with an absolute titanic score, crushing the rest of the field by 200,000 plus points with the 1.388, taking the full 10 points, TommyNTG. Hell yeah. All right, everybody increment the seed, and let's get ready for game number 2. 7 games left to decide the championship.
All right, looks like all of our players are ready for this game number 2, GD.
They are ready. So, still a little bit of time before we can really start to see if there's going to be any real races here for the title. One game definitely doesn't mean anything, but it's a great start for Tommy. Let's see what's going to happen here. Game number 2 is coming straight to you. Count it down from 5 in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So that was a really good game number 1. A little bit of the different expecting from the C. This is the first time, as we mentioned, we've ever done same piece sets in a battle royal. Couple players really had some trouble. We had some surprising early top outs from Noah, Dog, and Sidnev in that game. Hopefully they're going to be able to rebound in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you know, TommyNTG and Gerald and KPoke pretty much making short work of that piece sets. They're going to look to ride that momentum and continue on with a stronger game number 2 here.
And Pokey was the big surprise of that game because Pokey, as I mentioned a little bit ago, is essentially this tournament's Cinderella story when you consider the pedigree against the other players. Pokey on the bottom row is actually the only player in the field right now who has not achieved the highest title in the Classic Tetris War server, which is just amazing to see how unbelievably competitive Pokey is today.
Yeah, true. Great fact there. In our Classic Tetris War server, we do have a ranking system that's very similar to how chess ranks Grandmasters. We have Super Grandmasters is what GrandDesigns is talking about, and all of our players here, except for KPoke, are considered Super Grandmaster, having defeated 3 other Super GMs, having a rollover PB and an ELO ranking of over 2,000.
But really, the fact that Pokey has been able to play at this level despite not having those requirements just tells me it's only a matter of time before Pokey gets them. And if Pokey ends up winning the event today, Pokey would be awarded that title automatically. And it could happen with what we're seeing.
So not only is the prize pool at implications here for KPoke, but so is the prestigious title of Super GM.
And the other thing, too, is because Sidnev got that 0 points in the first game, that's a great start for Pokey to get that Tier 3 prize off of her. But there's still 7 games left. A lot can still happen.
Yeah, we're about 50 lines of the way through here. Noah in a bit of a situation, having to do some burning, and actually this board is not looking too favorable, so it's going to be burning for quite a bit. You got Miles set up with a center well, only going to be worth that triple. He's at 233, now up to 240 thanks to the burns. Noah 180, Sidnev leading the bottom at 283, and KPoke.
Oh no, Gerald! Gerald's in a little bit of trouble up top. Got some good pieces, though. Ooh, that would have been real rough.
Just another day at the office for Gerald. Can play up high to the sky. You think he's going to top out, and then he gets out of that one. He's got more lives than a cat.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Dog also playing up to the stratosphere here at 258. Holding off for this bar. It is not coming.
But getting out, Dog doing open. Dog things, though, it looks like. And getting that Tetra. The Dog's smiling right there. I love the smile.
Yeah, he knew he got away with something that he probably shouldn't have, but that's rollers, man. You got DanV up at the top, leading the pack, 355, Dog 312, Gerald 244, and Tommy at 286.
Nice dirty Tetris on the right side, row 2 for Noah. Sidnev 379, looking pretty strong. Sidnev had 0 points in game number 1, so Sidnev's definitely going to want to rebound this game.
Yeah, Pokey with kind of an awkward build going on here. He does get the board filled out thanks to that L piece, but that was looking a little weird.
Okay, looks like I gotta give Sidnev a refresh here. Looks like Sidnev's having a little connection issue. Okay, she's good now.
I think that's just the buffer. I think Sidnev's about to go offline. Just everybody keep playing. Sidnev, keep playing.
Yeah, if you can hear me, keep playing, Sidnev. Keep playing.
All right, meanwhile, taking a look at the players as we approach the 100 line mark here. DanV still ahead of everybody at 495, having a really strong 18 game here, which I mentioned earlier. If DanV's 18 is on, he's going to be unstoppable. So we're going to look to see if he's able to keep this up. We got TommyNTG at 403, Gerald 343, and Dog at 437. Down at the bottom, we've got Miles at 433, KPoke at 377. 379 and 379 both for Sidnev and Noah. We're just waiting for another score to come in from Sidnev as her stream has.
Wait, oh wow! No, dirty Tetris from Noah! I was just about to say, is Noah seriously going to go for that? That just answered my question. Seriously, that's just nuts.
All right, we do have a Sidnev back at 4:38. She has apparently had to fix her stream.
And we got Messick's in the chat cheering Sidnev on. How we doing, Messick? Thanks for coming in.
All right, we've got transition fast approaching. Leading the pack is still DanV at 6:13. Has one Tetris left in the tank, kind of holding out for an S piece. S is going to come and going to be able to fill out the side of the board. Nice 5 and below adjustment way up high.
Sidnev's got a little bit of a slight mess on the right side. Okay, transition Noah 522. Mouse 555. Still has 2 Tetrises available. Mouse gets one 577. Gerald transitions 487. Currently now 511. So DanV is just lapping the field right now. Hopefully DanV can keep this going.
Yeah, Sidnev with a very dirty Tetris to get that board back down. Setting up for the T-spin and nailing the T-spin like the pro that she is. Going to get a Tetris there up to 540. Has 2 available until transition.
Noah 597 cleaned up. Down the bottom row, we have 629 Mouse, 570. Make that 595 for Pokey. Top row, DanV still leads, but Dog's catching up. Dog 681. Dog clean. Boom, there's a Tetris. Dog takes the lead.
Yeah,
DanV 708.
DanV having to do a bit of burning was the slowdown the Dog needed to overtake him.
Dog only had 1 point in game number 1, so Dog is another player like Sidnev that needs a big comeback game here. Dan's almost clean back up, though. Gerald's going to score a Tetris, 700 now.
Yeah,
Noah's 732.
K-Pokey might be in a bit of a mess here as well. Either going to slow him down or could potentially be dangerous if he's not careful.
Dog and DanV are starting to pull away a little bit, but Noah's not super far behind, and neither is Gerald. Miles 703, Tommy 708. Tetris Pokey 703. One more
Gerald.
Tetris and all our players are going to be over 700. Oh no,
Gerald's getting
Gerald!
up a bit high. All right, does get a nice couple of pieces. Not out of the woods yet. Those squares are pretty terrible. Does get the well back open. Has to seal it again. Where's this bar for Gerald?
There it is. Boom! Come on! That's why
Gerald.
Gerald's here and we're here.
Yeah, Gerald does have some more mess to clean up. Good a setup maybe for Dirty.
I thought it was happening. I thought it was happening too.
Yeah, but wisely going to burn this down. Had to go S flat, but that S piece had no place for it. Currently at 820, Tommy at 810, Dog at 928, DanV at 967. 2 Tetrises for Dan for the max out.
Gerald's got a lumbar dependency in the center of the board. Now, Gerald could go dirty. Noah could go dirty here. Is Noah going to go dirty? Noah's waiting for it. Not getting the piece, though. Oh, no! Noah messed that up. 900 on the dot for Noah.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Noah. Another top out. Now, everybody else that's still going has passed that except for Gerald and Sidnev. Well, Sidnev has just passed that now. So Gerald needing to chase down 900,000. And that Tetris going to do it. Into 29 at 916. Tommy at 925. Dog at A70 now. B on the board for DanV at B56. Miles at 980, Sidnev 938, and K-Poke at 951 on the nose. Gets a long bar. There's a Tetris for K-Poke up to 985, trying to chase this max out as well.
DanV's getting a little bit aggressive here. This is really risky for DanV. It is open on the right side. Gets it down there. Gets that triple. C on the board. Come on. Dog's catching up, though. Dog B86. Nobody else is even close to those two.
Dog set up for the center well. Does have to burn it down, though, because the piece is not cooperating. Oh, and K-Poke are going to be on his way to top of the city.
Tommy's done, too.
A35 for K-Poke. He's toast. 966 for Tommy. Gerald finally getting the max out at level 32. Miles at A91. Sidnev A93. Sidnev just making transition to 29.
Dog C40. DanV's past Dog.
And DanV just going to try to keep it calm and cool here. still has a bunch of levels where he can continue to squeak out points, does not need to set up aggressive. But meanwhile, Gerald is up to the sky, trying to make up for lost ground here.
Look at Miles. Miles is cleaned up pretty good. B48. Watch
Oh,
out
that
for
didn't
Miles
burn
to make
for
a
Gerald.
charge.
Oh, I thought Gerald probably thought that T was going to burn, and it didn't. Going to top out 829. So Miles with B97, Sidnev with a C01, and DanV with a C95 are still going.
This is epic here. C44 Miles, C46 Sidnev, D47 DanV. There's a lot of leeway here for both of these players.
Yeah, and this is
Well,
huge
it's
for
open
these
for
three
Sidnev.
players.
Oh, Sidnev sealed it right at the last second. But Sidnev trying to improvise as best she can here. Wow, what the heck? Come on, Sidnev. Sidnev's getting him. Well is open. Well is open. Center well's open. Come on, where's that bar for Sidnev? Where's that bar for Sidnev? Sidnev's still not getting it. Come on, Sidnev's still waiting for it. Still waiting for it. Still waiting. Where is the freaking bar? There it is. Boom, Tetris, Sidnev, D31. DanV's falling apart right now. D29 Miles. Sidnev set up again. Sidnev could not use that. Sidnev could not use it. Come on, gets another piece down. Reopen it back up. Sidnev needs another bar. Gets another burn. I could not use that one either. Nice adjustment there. There's that bar. Boom, D91. D91. Sidnev has passed Dan and Miles. Sidnev has taken game number 2. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Sidnev's still going with an E07. DanV putting his hands up in the air saying, what the heck can I do? This is huge. Actually, this is huge for all three of those players, both with sub 6 for that first game there. So both are going to get, or all three of them are going to get some much needed points.
Okay, Puppy's saying it best, from 0 to hero.
And going to top out with a final score of E22. GG Sidnev.
That is an E for elite right there for Sidnev. Let me tell you that much. Wow. Puppy said it best, from 0 to hero. Last to first, one shot. I was just truly blown away by the aggression that Sidnev had, just going for that center well for like probably about 2 levels. All right, the points are as follows. 900,000, Noah's going to remain at 2 points. 966,000, TommyNTG is going to get 1 point, going to 11. In 6th place, 1.029, getting the max out. Gerald's going to get 2 points. Gerald is now at 8. Then in 5th place, we got 1.035. KPoke is going to get 3 more big points. KPoke is now at 11. 4th place, 1.240. 1.2 plus for all the top 4 players. Dog is going to get 4 points. Dog now sits at 5. Then in 3rd place, 1.348. 3 1.3s this game. Just dominant there. Mouse is going to get 6 points. Mouse now sits at 9. Also getting the 1.3. DanV is going to get 8 points. Going from 4 up to 12. And then taking down the win with an E on the board. E for electric. E for elite. 1.422. Sidnev takes the 10. Hell yeah. This is really anybody's game right now. That's a lot of points just spread out everywhere that time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The DanV, Miles, and Sidnev all needed those points to get right back into it. So now, looking at the first quarter being done, the 2 at the bottom are Dog and Noah. So they're going to need to get the booster shot this next game to be back into it. Can't afford for any of these players to start pulling ahead.
Just like we said before, one bad game doesn't mean anything. Sidnev recovered in the best way possible and is now just 2 points off the lead. DanV's got the lead right now, 1 quarter of the way in. 2 games down, 6 games to go for CTW Immortality. Looks like all of our players are ready right now, so let's get the second quarter going. Game number 3 is breaking free. Count it down in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
That first quarter, it is so tight right now. This is really anybody's match. And honestly, it was looking like KPoke was threatening to run away with that third tier prize. But all of a sudden, KPoke's only 1 point ahead of Sidnev now, instead of 8 points ahead. Things can change in a hurry here.
Yeah, and that's really what I like about this format. This format rewards both aggression and consistency, so you cannot afford to top out too early, but you also can't afford to lay back and just let the points fall. You've really got to balance how aggressive you play to score high points.
And that's part of the reason I designed it that way, because when I set this format up in 2021, I felt that normal 1v1s and normal other competitions you do like CTL, things reward consistency more than aggression, and I feel that in order to be a truly top tournament player, you need both. So I wanted to be able to create something that rewarded both, because over the course of a long event, being able to do both is the mark of a really strong Tetris player.
Yeah, and Kanan in the chat saying, wow, 18 looks so slow after what we just saw with the level 29 play.
Honestly, that three-way 1.3 duel that last game, that's just a taste of things that come in the later parts of this one.
Oh, count on it, but certainly what we're going to need to count on is Gerald to get out of this mess. It has to go S flat. Interesting placement there, but it is going to work out. He's set up for something dirty here.
Also, I'm pretty sure, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that the 1.3 that DanV had was the highest losing score in CTW history. Our highest score. Oh, what the heck's going on with Noah? No! Noah!
Yeah, Noah, 145, another early top out here. I wonder if the nerves are starting to get to him. Maybe he needs to just walk around, blow off some steam. We've got a lot of games ahead of us. You don't want to throw in the towel too soon. Meanwhile, taking a quick score check at all of our other players, we got Gerald at 202, Tommy at 223, Dog at 199, and DanV at 260. Miles 229, Sidnev 240, and KPoke at 199. Going to get a nice long bar for the Tetris there at 221.
Yeah, did they, Tyler? If they did, I stand corrected. I wasn't sure. That's why I said I wasn't sure. Oh, no. Ryan gonna ban Noah from Beepo. That's evil.
Well, you know what? We had banned Noah from Beepo Monk. I say we, as if I had anything to do with it, which I don't. And then Noah got good, so maybe that's the ticket.
It isn't over yet. I mean, as we saw, Sidnev had a monster comeback last game, so it's anything can happen.
All right, got Sidnev in a bit of a mess. Is set up for a dirty column number 1. Yeah, this piece sequence, a lot of our players seeming to have a little bit of difficulty with it. Again, the only players that have pretty much played clean without much burning have been Tommy and Miles.
Hey, Kanen's asking what Beepo Monk is. Ryan, go ahead and tell Rick Kanen what it is. In my opinion, it's one of my favorite social servers in the ClassicTetris community.
Oh my gosh, Gerald stacking to the sky again. Gonna take a safety double followed by a single, just trying to remain efficient, but no long bar.
Just no fear here from Gerald at all. It pays off. See, I would have been dead 3 hours ago if I tried to do what Gerald
Look
does.
at that. 3 Tetrises in a row was able to capitalize on thanks to staying efficient. You could see Miles shaking his head too. He's like, what the heck? All of these players, beauty of same piece sets, all dealing with that same long bar drought.
Hey, King wants to know what one of my least favorites is if Beepo Monk's one of my favorites. Honestly, I don't have a least favorite. I love a lot of servers. But I like Beepo Monk because of how loose it is in there.
Loose, chaotic.
It's nice. It's relaxing. It's relaxing.
There is nothing relaxing about the Beepo Monk server. Are you kidding me?
For me, it is. But then again, I'm certifiably insane.
That's true. You ran 8-player events.
We know this.
All right, we're approaching transition. Got Gerald at 475, leading everybody. KPoke 388, down at the bottom. So gonna try to kick this into high gear as the piece speed increases.
King knows it best. I have lost my mind.
Nice of the tuck there for KPoke. He can have a couple more Tetrises available. Tommy now getting into a bit of a dig before transition. He may set up for something dirty. He is going to set up for a dirty one. Gets a long par. Dirty Tetris there for TommyNTG. 480. Going to transition with this Tetris right here at 504.
Yeah, Tommy currently with 11 points is only 1 point off the lead from DanV, so still very much in it.
Wow, what a beautiful long bar flat. Oh my gosh, long bar flat there for Tommy.
I like blat better. Long far blat. That's a new term in this community.
Words are hard. All right, all of the rest of our players have transitioned now. KPoke 527, Sidnev with that Tetris up to 516, Miles 592, Gerald 623 at a Tetris up to 650, 537 for Tommy, 585 for Dog, and 597 for DanV. Going to get a Tetris there, going up to 623.
DanV is your current leader right now with 12 points overall in the event. Still a lot of Tetris to go, though. Getting another Tetris goes to 650. Gerald, however, has the lead at 704. Gerald clean. Gerald's going to slam another Tetris down. Got a little bit of a dig here from Tommy. Tommy should be okay, though. He's going to potentially go dirty here. Opsa just played a little bit safe, just getting it down.
Yeah, playing at these speeds, no joke.
Tommy wisely not trying to set up for a dirty there. Is clean back up. Boom, there's a Tetris, Tommy, 582. Other players we currently have, we have Pokey, 664. 627 Sidnev on the bottom row. Miles 763. Miles is currently in second place behind Gerald. Gerald 816 still has the lead on the top row. 767 Dan, 755 Dog, 641 Tommy. Tommy currently bringing up the rear here, but Tommy is mostly cleaned up though.
Yeah, Tommy's definitely going to have a little bit more of efficiency gain. You know, hadn't been digging since 18, then got out of it, and then back into a couple more digs. So he's going to look to have a very strong post transition here.
We got a little Dog got in a little bit of trouble. Dog does get the Tetris, but Dog has a little bit of a mess in the center of the board. Tommy's getting another Tetris, 687. I would say Gerald's getting a little bit of trouble. Takes a good triple to get it back down, though. Couple more burns. Gerald's clean back up. 875. Miles 867, but Miles is not very clean right now, though.
Yeah, that's a beautiful L piece going to come in, and now he's going to start filling out the center, just trying to get back to a scoring position. But he's going to be burning for at least 5 more lines.
DanV 949, trailing Gerald by just about a Tetris. Gerald is clean, though, but DanV is mostly clean. Just needs a few more pieces.
Oh, Miles in trouble now. This is not looking good for Miles.
Is Miles getting out of this?
I mean, Miles is known for his Miles digs.
Is Miles freaking getting out of this?
Yeah, but now we're at level 28. We got 9 lines until that 29
Are you
hit.
freaking serious? Are you serious? Miles actually got out of that. What the heck?
Yeah, insane survival there, and now he's going on the kill screen, as is everybody else for the most part. Gerald with a 1.1 again, set up in the center, had to take a couple burns, not getting the bar for the score. You got Tommy at 929, Dog at A35, and DanV at B13. Sidnev into transition at 943, KPoke at A50.
DanV and Gerald both going at it here. B62 Dan has about a Tetris lead over Gerald. A88 for Dog.
Oh,
Dog
no,
set up.
KPoke.
Oh, Dog missed the Tetris. Dog missed the bar getting it over. Dog needs another bar. Dog gets the other bar. B34. Wow, Dog saved it big time there.
And KPoke gonna top out A71, so KPoke is done. So there's your first targets if you guys are still there. Tommy and Miles chasing A72. DanV, C15 as well is done. Oh, nice couple of adjustments there for Dog, but Dog's board breaking down as well. B91, Dog's done. A23, Sidnev's done. They're all dropping like flies. We got Miles and Gerald still at it. So, Miles, you're going to need to at least get a 1.3 here.
Tommy, B19. Tetris, Tommy, B62. Gerald's past Dan. Gerald has passed Dan, but I don't think he's going to go too much further. That's going to be it. 1.222, Gerald.
Yeah, you got Miles here. That we'll call that maybe a game-saving dig earlier. Now he's on the has a chance. Oh, these pieces, though, are pretty rough. Doesn't do very, very well in placing them. Does have a couple of dependencies forming. May opt to stack up dirty. He will. He's ready and setting. There's a bar Tetris. B93 again. He's chasing C22.
Tommy's setting up for a dirty center well. No, Tommy's not going to get it. Tommy is not going to get it. Mouse, Tetris, Mouse. Mouse just passed Gerald. Yeah. Mouse just freaking clutched it out. Mouse clutched it out over Gerald.
That Tetris from Miles. Are you kidding me? D39, you can see him celebrating right there.
Wow, Mouse clutched it the F out!
Oh my.
OMG!
Yeah, big game.
You saw the fist pumps from Mouse there. Those were so deserved. Look at Mouse's face. You can see that. That is a CTW championship moment if I've ever seen one. Let's hope Mouse can carry this through. 5 more games. All right, let's sort these scores. Okay, scores for game number 3. 145,000. Noah's not going to get any points, unfortunately. Noah remains at 2. Then, all the way up from there, top 7 players all getting max outs or above. Sidnev with a 1.023. Sidnev is going to get 1 point going to 11. Then KPoke just barely above Sidnev by a little over a Tetris, 1.071. KPoke's going to get 2. So that means it's now 13 to 11 between Pokey and Sidnev for that tier 3 prize 3 games in. Still very tight between those two. Then moving up from there, 1.187, almost 100,000 plus point jump. TommyNTG is going to get 3 points. Tommy is now at 14.
A 1.1 getting 3 points.
I know. Just ridiculous. Then by only 4,000 points above that, just a couple burns, Dog is going to get 4 points and going up to 9 for 4th place. Top 3 for that game. DanV, 1.215, about a half a Tetris ahead. DanV is going to get 6 points going all the way from 12 to 18. In 2nd place, we got Gerald Freeman, 1.222. Gerald is going to get 8 points, doubling the score from 8 to 16. And then Miles the Great, taking down the win with an absolute CLUTCH Tetris at the end, going from 9 to 19 and officially taking the lead from DanV by 1 point, 3 games in. Hell yeah. This is tight right now. Look how close these scores are.
Yeah, again, GrandDesigns, I think that just goes back to just how consistent these 8 players here, all very well in their own right, doing exactly what they need to get it done, making it into the grand final and making it a close one.
This right here is just ridiculous how close this is. Right now, the overall lead, Miles has the lead at 19 points, DanV at 18 points, and then Gerald at 16 points. Then the next highest is TommyNTG at 14, KPoke at 13, Sidnev at 11, Dog at 9. Noah's the only player that's really needs a big comeback to get back in this, but Noah can definitely do it. Still got 5 more games left to go, but this is a close one. Come on. All right, let's get our players ready and let's get this going. We are ready to rock. We got 1 game left in the first half right now. Game number 4, it is coming to your door. Count it down, Colin, in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So 3 games in, 5 games left to go. It is still far too early to call anybody winning this right now. We've had how many lead changes? We've had a lead change every single game. Tommy led after game 1, DanV led after game 2, now Mouse leads after game 3. But all that matters is who leads after game 8.
Hey, GD, can you give K-Poke a refresh?
Sure. There we go. But I'm most intrigued right now also between the Tier 3 prize race of Sidnev and Poke. Poke is 13 points, Sidnev is 11, so still too close to call that as well.
Yeah, and really, you had mentioned earlier that not only are K-Poke and Sidnev fighting out for that Tier 3 prize, but they're actually in it still fighting for the #1 spot here. I mean, they're still only a couple of points back from Gerald, Miles, and Dan.
Now that's the thing I love right now is nobody's running away with it.
All right, we've got Dog at 114 stacked up to the sky, having to take a couple of burns. Does get the well back open, but no bar in sight here. Another drought incoming for all of our players. Oh my gosh, what is this? There is still no long bar. What the heck? These players are taking triples because there is no long bar. Shows for Pokey, but he had the well sealed, so he's going to be begging for another. A couple other players able to capitalize. We're 50 lines through. We got Gerald at 193 leading the pack. 152 for Tommy, 175 for Dog, 155 for DanV, 151 for Miles. Add a Tetris up to 174. Noah, excuse me, up to 193. Sidnev 175 is Tetris ready. And with that Tetris, K-Poke 176. So through 50 lines, tough scores.
And by the way, this is a GDC. This is not a call-in seed.
Well, I'm in the chat, so I
think you did curse it. You did curse it.
Yeah, just blame me. It's fine. I'm used to it. True, Pumpy Heart, that's exactly right. Same piece sets is absolutely awesome, especially when players get droughts like this. Because it really just goes to show their survivability and playability when they're not getting the long bar.
Hey, Kingsman's saying the big dog went live. I'm not sure who Kingsman's referring to on that one. Roman or
it's Roman. It's Roman.
Yeah, I thought JD came out of retirement to watch this. But you never know, he might.
All right, nice stacking here for Noah. Gets that board back to clean at 267, a bit behind the rest of our players, but is clean nonetheless, and we're past the halfway part of these 18 speeds. So if you're Noah here, this is a game where you just need to worry about survivability and making it to the transition and the post-transition. You cannot afford another early top-out, only sitting with 2 points.
There is still enough room for Noah to be able to make a comeback, because with 10 points here, Noah will go to 12 and be within striking distance with a strong second half. But if Noah stays in single digits too much longer, Noah's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, but certainly as we're approaching the halfway point of this event, I mean, still anybody's game. You know, what you like to see, especially from Noah. Noah has had some very clutch come from behind victories in this tournament. He's going to look to do it again.
One thing I also want to say as well is, in the previous 3 iterations we've had of this tournament, there has always been a surprise winner. I wonder if that trend's going to continue today.
Yeah, I mean, last year we had DMJ upsetting Fractal. I think Fractal was the clear favorite, and DMJ ended up getting it.
Yeah, Then in the second one, Trap Zone defeated Andy, and that back right. I think it was one of the last big turns where Rolling took over.
We got Noah set up with a 5 high Vits here.
Just no fear, and getting the pieces too. And then not to mention, we had O, who was the champion of the first event in 2021, defeating Jerpadude in the final. And that was an all-tap event where there was no rolling yet.
Yeah, and O making it into the semifinals, almost making it to the finals too. So just a testament to how well he played throughout this event as well.
Yeah, DMJ as a defending champion also made the semifinals too.
Yeah, we're hoping very soon to get the matches that we've had from the earlier parts of this tournament over on our YouTube.
For sure. Hey, Puppy making a quiz and watching Tetris. Loving life. Hell yeah.
All right, we've got transition here for most of our players in the next 10 lines, so they're going to want to be ready. Tommy getting into a dig right before transition again. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him. We got transition for Gerald, 618. Noah, 575. K-Poke and Sidnev both have one available, but going to take the burn into transition is Sidnev at 542. Miles going to burn into transition as well, 577. There's a dirty Tetris for Gerald, 629. Dog, 628. DanV at 545. Another long bar, another Tetris there for DanV, up to 570.
Yeah, they're talking in the chat about CTW doesn't have an official YouTube yet, but we will be getting one very soon because we have a lot of content to put on it.
I mean, we have a YouTube. It's just not active. It's there. It's there.
But one thing I also want to mention to all the players, too, right now, is that I'm currently working on a CTW dedicated website to be able to get everything ready for a big 2020.
Oh, Gerald. Gerald!
Oh, no! 646, Gerald.
Oh, that is awful for if you're Gerald. That is the door opening that you need if you are any of the other players, as one of the top three has just gone down with an early top out. And every player has passed that except for Pokey. Pokey in trouble.
A Poke got that over. Pokey got that. Pokey's still doing a Mouse impression right now. Mouse having that potential championship caliber dig in that last game.
Are you freaking kidding me? Pokey may get out of this.
And Pokey gets the Tetris! Wow! Just poking holes in any disbelief anybody has in them. VR Banana saying legend. That's what this tournament's all about. Come on!
DanV starting to get a bit of a spire in his board as well. Does get a long bar to bring it down. Going to have to deal with that hole in row one. Looks like he's going to transition that well back to where it belongs. He's at 848. Dog at 910. Tommy at 789. Miles 807. Added Tetris up to 838. Noah 903. So a much stronger game here for Noah. Going to get a long bar. There's a Tetris go up to 939. Sidnev at 857 and K-Poke 769.
This is really, really close right now. Gerald with 16 points is still going to be okay despite that top out, but this is a huge opportunity for everybody else to really try and get into contention or pad their lead. Well, a little bit of a misdrop for Dan. I think Dan's okay, though. It's going to be a little bit of a hole we got to deal with.
Oh, now long bar dependent. Now. Wisely going to take some burns here, but the piece is not cooperating. And we're at level 27, so we've only got about 10 more lines left until that transition to 29 speeds.
Dan just not getting the pieces right here. Finally, almost back. Whoa, that was close. There we go. Max out right there for DanV. And another Tetris A40. But Noah, yep. B23. This could be the comeback we needed from Noah.
Yeah,
Dog B65's got the lead, though. Oh, misdrop. No, that's going to be it, Noah. B27.
Yeah, but a much stronger game. 1.1 is this chase down for Miles, Tommy, Sidnev, and K-Poke. You're looking for B28 if you want to overtake Noah here. DanV also trying to chase this score down. He's at A63, getting a couple of complicated pieces, but is going to be able to do some alternating burns. Again, as the level increases, as to the points for singles, so singles actually are going to be worth a little bit. That's why you might see some singles being the difference here.
Oh no, misdrop for Dan! That board's falling apart for Dan, A75.
Squeaking out one last burn, trying to get past, but unfortunately, Sidnev also going to top out 995. K-Poke at 983. You need 996 to chase down Sidnev. Got Tommy dead, 987. So Pokey has passed Tommy here. Miles with a C40 is going to top out, and Dog at C53 is going to take game number 4.
Okay, AO2 for Pokey.
Oh yeah, we still got Pokey going. My bad. Yeah, Pokey's gonna have to chase this down.
Oh, Dog hangs that over. Dog's done C78.
All right, so Pokey, you've got to chase down. You need C79. C79 is your target. getting a bit high here. Oh, able to get the long bar.
Still needs about
A77.
200,000. Set
That's a
up.
nice Tetris.
Boom, there it is. B22. Pokey might still have a chance at this. Set up
Very
again.
aggressive. Oh, block the well.
There's another one. B79.
Yeah, approaching 39 though.
Set up. There we go. C35. Running out of time, though. Actually, one final Tetris might get. That's going to be it. C43. But still gonna pass Miles for second. Hell
He's going to pass Miles.
Wow, was that crazy. I bet Pokey likes this scene. That's what Pumpy's saying. I mean, Pokey definitely playing better than a Cinderella story in this tournament so far through this first half. All right, scores for game number 4 are as follows. 646,000, Gerald is going to remain at 16 points. Then jumping up from there, 987,000, Tommy is going to get 1. Tommy goes to 15. Then jumping up from there, we have Sidnev 995, just a few thousand points above Tommy. Sidnev's going to get 2 more, going up to 13. Now 5th place, 1.075. DanV is going to get 3 more points. DanV is now at 21. In 4th place, 1.127. Noah is going to get 4 points. Noah's now at 6. Top 3 for this game, 1.240. Miles the Great's going to get 6 more big points. Mal now goes from 19 to 25. In 2nd place, we got K-Poke, 1.243. 8 big points going their way, going from 13 to 21. And taking down the win like an absolute pit bull, biting a chunk out of the field, DOG Dog. Hell yeah. So we are now halfway through. 4 games down, 4 games to go. Let's see these scores. Miles has the overall lead for the championship right now at 25 points, but K-Poke and DanV are both trailing only 4 points behind at 21, and Dog's got 19. We still got a lot of Tetris to go here to decide this title. What's your opinion so far, Colin?
You know, I think this is panning out pretty much exactly how nobody predicted, right?
No, exactly.
I think we thought really running away with it with Gerald and Tommy, and you know, they're kind of in the middle field. I said it earlier, Miles had the potential. Oh my gosh, this prize pool contribution, are you kidding me?
Holy,
I'm gonna interrupt that.
Who the heck just did that? Scott Gray! $500 from Scott Gray 76. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Scott Gray. Hell yeah.
Wow, huge contribution. Thank you so much, Scott Gray. Oh, the players, they love you, dude.
1,300 in the prize pool right now. 1,320. I see everybody smiling. Winner gets 40% of this.
Yeah, but anyway, going back to what you were asking, Grand Designs, I think we saw and expected Gerald and Tommy to kind of start running away with this, and perhaps, you know, the 2-time world champion Dog. But, you know, seeing Miles and DanV and K-Poke all as the top 3, I think nobody saw coming, but I think we're all glad it's happening. Well, unless you're one of the other 5 players.
As we've said before, every time we've had this tournament, there's been a surprise upset winner. I mean, Mao's winning from the bottom row when you consider the top row. I think that will qualify as a surprise winner. But the way Mao's is playing right now, it's not a surprise. Mao's deserves this right now.
Oh, yeah, he's been playing out of his mind. Looks like we've got readies from all of our players, Grand Designs.
All right, we are halfway there, baby. Living on a prayer, so let's get this going. 4 games down, 4 games left to go. The second half is upon us. Game number 5 comes alive. Count it down in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
This second half is going to be fire right now. It is so close. Yeah, Scott Gray is insane, Puppy Heart. I am unbelievably grateful for that contribution. Scott Gray has done so much for the CTM Masters contributions as well. Just a total goat in this community.
Would you mind giving KPoke a refresh again?
Sure. So what's your predictions for the second half based on what we've seen? Do you think Mouse is going to hold on? Do you think we're going to have somebody really blow up and have a huge second half?
You know, it's really hard to tell. I mean, really, I think somebody like a Noah can definitely come out from behind and clutch this out. He's just really going to need to buckle down and do it. I think Miles can continue to ride this momentum. Miles is playing very fantastic Tetris. I don't see any changes needed on his end. Sidnev also, I think, a good threat here. Sidnev definitely able to clutch up, so we'll see if she's able to do it. So those are going to be my 3 that I'm going to be watching this second half.
I'd say the one that I'm going to be watching closest is DanV, because I mentioned that DanV has been battle-tested throughout this event, playing in the hardest brackets in every round, and has come out nearly on top every time. And Messick's saying this seed is 6 bars and 30 lines. That is pretty ridiculous.
Well, you should. That just means that you had enough pieces to score Tetrises. You could have got 6 Tetrises.
Exactly. Oh, Noah was getting up a little bit high there. Gets the Tetris, though.
All right, but, you know, all these players may be complaining that the bar count is low, but have all been playing decently well. 50 lines, average scores about 200,000. So KPoke the one with the least amount of points here. You got Tommy at 217, Gerald 221, 223 for Miles, 264 for Noah, Sidnev at 243, Dog at 188, and DanV with that Tetris up to 213. Could you get rid of the green boxes?
Sorry, that was my fault. And Tetris players, when they don't take the triple and then die because of a bad seed. I know that feeling very well, Cole.
Yeah, complaining about RNG in 2023. What are we doing? They're rollers, man.
And that's what I like about the SPS Battle Royal. Everybody's got the same pieces. It's the first time we've ever done it. I think it's working great.
Yeah, I would certainly love to see more of it.
Dog is a little bit of a slight mess. Nothing dangerous, but still going to slow down their pace a little bit.
Yeah, really good solve there for Dog. It's going to be set up for, what is that, a single?
Actually, it's a split double.
It's a double. Split double, yeah. So it's just a little hard to see.
Maybe I should have used the one term I used for a while, dirty double. It just
dirty
sounded
double?
wrong. It sounded wrong, didn't it?
It's like the daily double, right, from Jeopardy?
Something like that. I got a feeling you get a dirty double in this game, you're wagering everything. Oh no, DanV! DanV's getting a little bit of trouble right now. Did get a few good burns and bring it back down, though.
Oh, what an adjustment for that T. Still a very aggressive placement. I'd have taken the burn there. Let's see if that pays off.
Now, this seed is my fault, Cole. This one's my fault.
See, everybody knows. They're like, oh, it has to be a Colin seed, right? The seeds are bad. It's got to be Colin. All right, Dog is set up for a dirty one.
Yeah, current overall leader, Noah at 501.
Does have some cleanup to do. Oh, can Noah get out of this?
Only 15 lines before transitions, and Noah's going to want to get out of it in a hurry. Takes the triple.
Nice triple. Smart play there. Just get the board down. No transitions are coming. And you know what? Had the pace to afford at 521, still in the lead, even though it had to do all the burning.
No, that's a win in my book for Noah based on what that situation was. Because the other players have to do it too. There we go. 568 transition for Noah. There's Messick's 32 bars and 62 T's. But 548 transition Sidnev. Gerald, 556.
I really do think that, yeah, the RNG for bar timing might be a little bit off, but all the players having to deal with it makes it a pretty low factor. And I think these players still putting up above 500 transition just goes to show the mental fortitude that these players have and able to play in a seed and still score points that isn't as forgiving.
Tell you one thing, I sure as heck couldn't do it. Noah 748 is starting to pull away here. Only 6 points, so Noah definitely needs the win here to be able to get back in this. The full 10 points would put Noah at 16 and give Noah a good fighting chance going into the final 3 games. Noah looking for a T. It looks like a J tuck.
Yeah, could go for a spin as well.
Ah, misses the spin.
It should be okay there. In fact, that ZP is going to come in clutch, as is the T to get Tetris ready again. Just waiting for the bar. Bar's going to show. There's that Tetris for Noah, 844. Tommy at 736. Gerald 747. Dog 596. DanV 699. KPoke 652. Sidnev 795. And Miles at 704.
Miles is the overall leader right now at 706, falling a little bit behind the pace of the other players, so this is everybody's chance to catch up. Miles has a 4-point lead over DanV and Poke. Mouse is clean back up, though. 740 on the dot for Mouse. Tetris Mouse, 770. Set up again. Could go to 800 on the dot exactly here. Gets that Tetris. Come on. Actually, a little bit more because it transitioned to 25. But getting another one. Mouse now 832. Again, 863. Just boom, 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 boom. Right there from Miles. Hell
Noah with the max out. 835 for Noah. So really pulling ahead of all of our players. Sidnev with that Tetris up to 909. KPoke going to get a Tetris there, 794. There's the Tetris for Gerald, level 26. Max out, A01. And Tommy going to try to get Tetris ready. Yes, we'll get a max out with that long bar right there, A31. DanV with a bit of trouble here, getting a nice T-J combo, going to be able to get the the board back down and start stacking. And B28 into transition for Noah.
DanV set up. Boom! There's the max out in the Tetris for DanV. Mouse A50 is still got another Tetris. A86, Mouse goes into 29. And there's another Tetris for Dan, A54. B42, Tommy. B28, Gerald. B01, Sidnev. B44, Noah.
Oh, Pokey, come on. Get a max out here. Oh! No! Pokey in a transition! 864 is not going to get the max out. You can see it with the hands in his palms right there. He is not happy.
A67, DanV's done. Yeah, A67 is going to get 1 point for DanV. A B69, Sidnev. And that's going to be it, Sidnev, 1169.
All right, Miles with a C45, Gerald C50, Tommy D34, Dog B66, Noah D16. So still a lot of players going here. Nice burns here for Noah, just taking it easy. Dog C14. Miles is done. C45. C81. Gerald has passed that. C22 for Dog.
Noah D74, but Tommy's got E31.
Yeah, Dog's certainly not out of this either. Does have about a 200,000 point deficit to be made up here.
A misdrop there. D98. We got an E on the board for Noah. So we have a losing E for one of these two players. Gerald's done C99.
Oh, Tetris for Dog. Set up again. E67, TommyNTG is done. So Noah with a chase down. E68. Kind of stuck in this perpetual burn. Oh, hang of the long bar.
Dog's got a shot here.
Can he get a miracle? And he can't. E25 gonna top out. So it's up to Dog. Dog at D79.
Dog set up. Dog needs this. Dog, come on. Where's that friggin' bar for Dog? Oh, couldn't get it over. We almost have 3 E's in that game. But that is gonna be it. And TommyNTG back in the winning ways. Taking it down. Hell yeah. Let me get these scores down. 1380 for Dog.
Getting
E25 Noah.
Yeah, E25 not winning the game. That is just, oh my gosh, that is incredible.
I really thought that was Noah. That was Noah's chance right there. But I'm pretty sure that's the new highest second place score in CTW history.
Has to be. I don't know if our stats man is in chat. He'll certainly let us know.
That was sick. All right, scores for game number 5 as follows. K-Pokey at 864. Unfortunately, he's gonna stay at no points. 21 points there. 1.067. DanV is going to get 7th place with a 1.067. 1 point going up to 22. Then Sidnev in 6th place, 1.169. Sidnev gets 2 points going to 15. In 5th place, 1.245. Miles is going to get 3 points. Miles goes to 28. 4th place, 1.299. Almost getting 4 1.3s in this one. Gerald's going to get 4 points. Gerald is now at 20. Then in 3rd place, 1.380. If 2nd place wasn't the highest 2nd place score, I know this is the highest 3rd place score. 1.380. Dog gets 6 points. Dog is now at 25 in this one. Noah's gets the E on the board, E25, 8 points for Noah going to 14, and then taking the win with the 1.467, TommyNTG, 15 to 25. Hell yeah. So this is starting to get really close right now, really close. Miles still has the lead, but there are several players knocking on the door here. What do you think about this, Colin? 3 games left.
Yeah, with 3 games to go, still anybody's game. I mean, obviously, I mentioned Noah's going to need to turn it on, and he did in that previous game. He's going to look to do that again. Another E would be fantastic to help give him some more points. Same with Sidnev. Sidnev has apparently gone off cam, so let's see if that is a good thing or a bad thing. She tends to play a little bit better when she doesn't have a cam on, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, still too close to call. Miles at 28 definitely does not want to give anything away.
I am just mind blown right now how tight this is. I mean, it still really is anybody's game. Because Noah, despite being in 8th place and 14 points back, if Noah's able to play like that the rest of the way, Noah can still come back and win this. I mean, really, there's nobody that's just out of it.
No, definitely not. I mean, Noah and Sidnev probably have a little bit of pressure on them that they're going to want to have, but, I mean, they're definitely still in the swing of things. And looks like we are getting readies from all of our players, just waiting on Sidnev and Gerald. Looks like Gerald's inputting the seed. 47.
Oh, DanV said they lost with an F27 in the red bracket, so that is the highest, I guess.
All right, just waiting on Sidnev.
I don't know about you, but I'm on the edge of my seat right now, seeing who's going to win this over these last 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, really, for as exciting as this matchup has been, I've been riding the front of my seat as well this entire time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a new chair after this one. See, did Sidnev say if she was going to need a minute? Yeah, it just said BRB, so we'll give her a second.
Go ahead and give Sidnev a minute. Go ahead and give her a minute. Honestly, I really have no idea who's going to win right now. I mean, it's that close, and the players are playing that good. But one of these players is 3 games away from CTW Tetris immortality.
Yeah, true. And I think, you know, any of the winners here today, I think is going to be like the new champ. Like, excuse me, I think really... I can't even put it into words, but basically what I'm trying to say is that normally we had Trap Zone, we had DMJ as championships winners. I think the winner of this one will always be the favorite moving forward. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think so too. So Cake's been explaining the payouts right now. The way we have the prize pool, the top 4 finish in the main money of the event. 5% to 4th, 10% to 3rd, 20% to 2nd, 40% for 1st. So as it is right now, looking at the Matcherino, it's going to be $528 going to 1st place, $264 going to 2nd, $132 going to 3rd, and $66 going to 4th. Then we also have the tier prizes as well for whoever finishes the highest amount in a tier based on the seeding we have in the tournament. And the tier 2 and the tier 3 prizes are still available. Those are 5% each too. So whoever finishes higher between Sidnev and KPoke, you see the 3s next to their name, win the 5% prize. And whoever finishes highest between Miles and Noah also wins the 5% prize. And that prize also stacks if you finish in the top 4. So if you, let's say for example, Miles wins the tournament and holds on at 28 points, Miles would win the 40% for the tournament and win the 5% for tier 2. So 45% would go to Miles if that happens.
All right, yeah, we'll give Sidnev another minute or so. I'm gonna.
Oh, she's back. Sidnev's back now.
Oh. Okay, great.
Hey, we got Vince in the chat. Classic Bo MC. Hell yeah! Great to see ya. For Classic Bombs. I think I said that too quick.
Leaking the script here, Vince.
Hey, I have a little bit of a slight personal bias because Mouse is my Classic Tetris Gauntlet captain on the Millionaires. I have to support Mouse, but as a commentator, I have to be unbiased too. But privately, I'm rooting for my Gauntlet captain, though, privately.
Looks like all of our players are ready, so... Well, Dan just went unready. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all of our players are ready.
All right, we got this going. We got 3 games left, everybody. Game number 6 kicks us into the mix, and it's kicking us there. Count it down, Colin, in...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I would say overall, looking at the field, though, my biggest surprise has been K-Poke, because Pokey has just, like, based on the seed and just based on the fact they're the only player in the entire tournament that doesn't have the Super GM title in CTW, playing to the point that you're 21 points against this field is nothing short of astounding.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I think K-Poke was a little bit down on themselves, saying that they should have withdrawn from the tournament and, you know, they hadn't been playing the best. And now look at them here in the final, you know, with the potential of winning the entire event.
Also, we got a $32.10 321 contribution from K9. Thank you so much for juicing up the prize pool, K9. We love you. Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for the 321 bits as well.
So we got 1352.10 in the prize pool right now. It is still climbing. All this money goes back to the players.
All right, 20 lines through. Everybody kind of okay. Miles with just a couple of burns needed here, just some cleanup, nothing major. Looks like Noah at 117, Sidnev 160, KPoke 95, and Miles at 138, filling out that left side. Looks like all the players are getting bars this game, but Miles kind of in trouble now. Missing that spin.
Oh, KPoke hangs that T. No, this is not what KPoke wants right now.
Oh!
No. Come on, no. Pokey is done at 98,000. No.
Oh, that is so tough. You can see the frustration in his face right there, hand in the palm. Luckily at 21 points, had a game to give, but certainly cannot do that again.
At this point, it's up to Sidnev to make up the 5 points on Pokey for that tier 3 prize. Little misdrop for Sidnev there. She should be okay, though.
You can kind of see Pokey checking out his hand. I think he maybe hurt his hand banging on whatever that was in his background after that top out.
I really hope Pokey can recover from that. Because Pokey's been playing so well this event so far.
All right, we are approaching the halfway point of 18. Leading the pack, Tommy at 325, DanV 326 now, Dog 307, Gerald 307, Miles 210, Noah 304, and Sidnev at 308. So a pretty tight one with our 7 remaining.
This is the part of the match where things really start to get interesting, though, because now the players psychologically know there's less time for mistakes. Where they are in the standings, if you make a mistake at this point, you only have 1 or 2 games left to fix it. So sometimes that can get in the players' heads. They have to be alert.
All right, Dan gonna knock down a quick Tetris there, up to 397. Tommy at 419. Gerald needing a J piece, is J dependent, and now has a dependent for 2 Ls. Gets 1, gets the well open. There's the bar, there's the score, making it look easy at 408. Dog at 422. Miles 307, so a bit off the pace for the rest of our field. Noah 324 and Sidnev 426.
Still got plenty of time left at level 18 speeds, about 40 or so lines for all our players. But a lot of people in the Tetris community think that level 18 is meaningless now because of the way players can play on 19 and 29. As we see here, especially that we have the level 39 double kill screen effective line cap, 18 actually really does matter more than people want to give it credit for.
Yeah, and I think I said it earlier, a lot of our players kind of play 19 speeds, because 18 may be a little bit boring, but you need a good 18 in order to have a good 19, right? You can't afford to play kind of weak through 130 lines and then think you're going to make it up in the post and the post-post. I mean, you want to transition into 19 with at least a 500K in order to stay competitive.
And that was one of the things I do like about the 39 cap that went in throughout the community. Before that went in 2022, basically even 19 started to feel meaningless and players can just line it out on 29 forever.
Yeah, I mean, that is how Eric, our current world champion, had won the Classic Tetris World Championship, right? Over Fractal, was just waited for Fractal to top out and played forever.
And also in some of the earlier rounds against Pokey, if any of you guys all remember that, Pokey was clearly ahead of Eric for almost all of 18 and 19, but then it was constantly getting chased down 200,000, 300,000 points. But the thing is, you have to give Eric credit for having the ability to do that, though. I mean, what Eric did in CTWC last year was unbelievable. with just the amazing consistency of lining out at 29 and getting the world record of 6 million, which still stands to this day. Okay, our players have all passed transition right now that are still in. Current overall leader, Noah 705. So as I mentioned before, Noah had a huge game with the 8 points to get back in this. If Noah's able to get a win here, Noah might have a chance. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a new mic soon, K-Then.
All right, looks like Sidnev at 719, looking pretty clean now. Did have a bit of traffic to deal with, but dealt with it very, very well. Nice adjustment for the overhang, making room for that L piece. She's at 748. Noah 814, Miles 661, DanV 758, Dog 708, Tommy 730, and Gerald at 772. Gerald in a dig, so this is going to be the chance for the other players to catch his score.
The danger, close, hype, and stalking, I don't know. Either that or I just keep leaning in too much, I don't know. Either way, I'm going to be getting a new mic soon. Probably another Shure MV7, like my old one. Because I liked the Blue Yeti for a while, but I'm starting to miss my MV7. Okay, 934, Noah still leads. Actually, Noah's over 100,000 points ahead of the rest of the field right now.
Yeah, another really big game here for Noah would be what he needs in order to get right back into the battle. This knocking down 2 quick Tetrises is just a couple of burns away from the max out, level 25. He's set up for the Tetris.
Yeah, I'll take a look at those SM57, SM50. I'll look at those, Bumpy. But I definitely want something better than the Blue Yeti.
There it is, 2 more quick Tetrises for Noah. A63, the max out, level 26. And Tommy just going to take a nice couple of burns, gets that well back open, just waiting for the long bar. Currently at 884, so now is behind the most. Nice couple of burns, gets the well.
Tie. It could happen. There has only been 1 tie in CTW history. Yeah, I think it was in the Battle Royal Tournament 3 there was 1 tie.
Like, you mean for the finals?
No, it's in an individual game.
Oh, no, we had a game 9 in the tournament earlier.
Oh, no, I was talking about individual game, like both players had identical like max out score. Kind of
oh, gotcha, okay.
That's only happened once. But a tie could happen here today, too, as far as the main points. Sidnev gets a center. Well, Sidnev B75 going into 29. Noah CO2. Come on, Noah breathing in the gas right here. There's another triple. Come on.
Yeah, Gerald in trouble here. Needs something over for that left side. Bringing this down, though, does have the well open. Going to close it up to deal with the holes.
B92 for Miles. Everybody got... This is a 7-way to 29 duel right now. This is ridiculous. Look at this.
There's a Tetris for Gerald, B44.
Tetris Dog, CO1. Oh, Tommy's falling apart. That's going to be it for Tommy, BO4.
Yeah, so Dan is going to have to chase down B05 in order to take points. Ooh, mishang. Gets that bar over,
Dan's
though.
got it. I think Dan's got it. Uh-oh. That side's looking bad. That double just got Dan some points. And Dan taking this down. Is Dan taking this down?
Oh, my word. Double at a time.
Is Dan freaking digging this down?
Oh,
Not gonna get it, though. B23. And Mouse C94 is done.
Noah at C48 is done. Sidnev DOO. And Gerald C42. So Dog with a D32 and going is going to win this one.
DOG coming back like a Rottweiler. Hell yeah.
Yeah, DOG with a D on the screen. My word.
You know
What did Pokey get? Pokey had a, what, 30,000, something like that? It was a very early top out.
E78 dog.
Kings is saying this is just going to be the CTWC 2028 top 8 format.
It should
Get it
be.
all done.
It should be. I'd love it.
I think you might make James Chen's head explode.
I'd help commentate it. All right, here we go. By the way, other than K-Pokey's top out, all 7 of the other players broke 1.1. Tell me that isn't insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so K-Pokey with the early top out is going to remain at 21 points. Then, with 1.104, TommyNTG gets 7th place and gets 1 point. Wow. Then jumping up from there, 1.123. DanV gets 2 points going to 24. In 5th place, 1.242. Top 5 players all have 1.2s. 1.242. Gerald's going to get 3 points. Gerald's now at 23. In 4th place, 1.248. Noah's going to get 4 points. Noah's now at 18. 3rd place this game, Miles the Great, 1.294, 6 big points going to Miles right here. Miles is now at 34. Sidnev getting 8 big points, getting the D on the screen there. Sidnev goes from 16 to 24. And then, Dog playing Tetris, taking a bite out of the field right here with them razor sharp teeth with the 1.478. Goes from 25 to 35, taking the lead by 1 point over Miles. Hell yeah. We got 2 games left. The 4th quarter is coming. Dog's taking the lead. What are we thinking here, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, this is right where I expected Dog to be. Dog taking the lead. If Dog has one really good game here, I think he's all but sealed it, especially if he can get a big win. But, I mean, with Miles on his tail, and I'm not going to count Sidnev out either. I mean, 2 good games from her can put her right back into contention. So, I mean, that's where I'm thinking right now. That's where my head's at.
I don't know. I'm thinking Miles is going to pull this out. Just going with the trend of an upset winner every CTW tournament. I don't know, but don't count out Dog. I mean, Dog's won the titles he's won for a reason.
All right, looks like we've got readies from the majority of our players. Just need it from Noah and DanV.
Potato is soup saying Miles is going to win, trust me. This is crunch time right now. 2 games left. It's the 4th quarter. I am pumped right here. Okay, just waiting on DanV to get the next game started. All right, monthly Tetris coming in with a party of 35. Thank you so much for the raid. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you guys are just in time. We are heading into the final 2 games of the Classic Tetris Wars Battle Royal Championship 4. Welcome on in, everybody.
All right, and Dog will be back in a second, all right.
There's a T-bone on the table and he's waiting for it.
A bomb mistake. Yeah, this is where legends are made right now. Final 2 games of this tournament. Who's gonna come up to take it down? That title is right there for these players to grab it.
We're just waiting on Gerald and Dog to return.
Plug in the phone, King says to Dan.
Somebody just buy DanV a webcam. For real. All right, Gerald has returned, as is Dog. So it looks like everybody is rip-roaring and ready to go, GD.
All right, that's what I'm talking about right now. We got readies on the screen from everybody. The fourth quarter's coming up right now. Final 2 games of this championship. Game number 7 takes us to heaven. Count it down in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, Pixel Andy's saying no early top outs. We don't want any of these. We want everybody to go to 39. I want to see it so bad.
And those coming in from the raid, thank you so much again to Monthly Tetris for the raid. This is Classic Tetris Wars Battle Royal Championship 4. This is hosted by GrandDesigns and myself, Colin, aka CTWC. We put on events like this, 8 players playing 8 games weekly, both on the weekends and the weekdays. You can type in !wars if you want an invite into the Classic Tetris Wars server. Get yourself involved in these events. We do everything for all PB levels. We'd love to have you. We also, up at the top of the screen, have a Matcherino that has $1,352 up at the top. You can type in !Matcherino and contribute to that prize pool. We want to make this prize pool as big as we can for these players. We have the 8 best in the world here fighting it out for a piece of that prize. All contributions are appreciated.
Yeah, O saying it best. We actually have not had the octuple match yet, but we had it in each of the semifinals. But last game, we had a 7th place 1.1.
True. Even saying the best in the world fighting for a slice of that pizza.
pretty much. Yum, yum.
All right, we're 30 lines through. We got Gerald and Dog and DanV. We're all at 160. Gerald go at the 183, Miles 163, Noah 120, Sidnev 184, Tommy at 161, and KPoke 163. Creative solves there from Poke. That was getting a bit messy. Poke needs to calm his nerves down here a little bit. I mean, he's certainly not out of it, but he cannot afford another early top out. I mean, he not only is he playing for the tournament prize, but he's also playing for a piece of that tier 3 prize. I believe it's, what, 5% of the pool at GrandDesigns?
It is 5%. Right now, Sidnev at 24 points is a 3-point lead over Poke for that prize.
Ooh, missed T-spin there for Tommy. Gerald also with a big mess on the board. Looks like we got a little bit of buffering from Sidnev. Keep playing. Got KPoke 277, Noah 239, added Tetris up to 262, Miles at 216. Gerald 230, Tommy with that Tetris up to 262, Dog at 266 or 276, excuse me, gets the long bar, goes up to 299, and DanV with that Tetris going to cross 300 and go to BR first at 319.
Mouse is running into some trouble right now. Taking a good triple. Mouse has got to dig this down before it gets too problematic. Mouse is only 1 point behind Dog right now for the lead, so this will be absolutely critical that Mouse doesn't get a low finish for Mouse to stay in for a chance to win this title. Oh, Gerald's in a little bit of trouble. I think Gerald might be okay, but not the most ideal setups.
Ooh, that tuck. That square going to be crucial. Gets that board back open. Needs the bar. No bar in sight. Taking some more burns. There's a safety triple from Gerald. 270 stacked up to the sky here. There's the long bar and the Tetris. Great survival there.
Set up for another one, too. Dog 375, our current leader by 1 point over Mouse. DanV at 416. Yeah, Dog and Mouse are both fairly significantly ahead of the field at 35 and 34 points. Next highest is 26. So the rest of the players are hoping for one or both of them to make a mistake to try and be in contention going into the 8th and final game. But top 4 do make the money, so everybody's still playing for something, even if they can't catch the top 2.
All right, Dog just one Tetris away from crossing the 500,000 mark. Oh, what a Vitz! Oh, what a Vitz! If you have my emote, use it in the chat.
Gerald playing up awfully high right now. Taking a safety double. Only takes one. Ends up using a TJ piece for the other one.
Ooh, Dog in a little bit of trouble here, too.
No! Dog's in deep trouble right now! Dog's in deep trouble! Dog's taking it, though! Dog is still taking this down! Okay, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Dog's still going. Dog's still going. Gets a bird. Come on. There's a piece. Lay that down. Needs to be able to get something over that side. There's another one there. Bar down. Come on, Dog. Come on. Gets that over. Long bar flat, followed by that piece there. What the heck? Come on. Dog's still not out of the woods yet. Dog is still not out of the woods yet. Still getting another burn. Oh, no! That's the exit piece on the right side. That's not gonna be able to get it over.
Yeah. DanV is also topped out at 501, so that was almost a crucial dig there from Dog. Rest of our players are hitting transition. You've got Tommy at 523, Gerald at 482, Miles 425, Noah 496, Sidnev 580, KPoke 561. Oh man, Gerald needing at long bar. Long bar coming a bit too late. Does gonna get able to get the well back open though. There's that long bar. There's that Tetris for Gerald. 572. Tommy at 628. Miles 610. Pokey is gonna top out. No, Pokey tops out at 638. So we'll get some points. Tommy, that's your chase down score if you want more points off Pokey. 638 is his final score. And there's that long bar. Tetris down the middle. TommyNTG 661 able to pass Pokey and is still going now. Miles with that Tetris 671. Noah 708. Sidnev 698. Sidnev stacked up to the sky, but that long bar coming just a bit too late. Does get another long bar. There's the Tetris up to 730. Make it a double. 760. Gerald now 664. Tommy 692. It is a five-way battle here. Noah at 712. A bit behind. Miles bringing it up the rear at 680. Sidnev out in front, way out in front actually, at 822. Taking no prisoners here. All right, couple burns needed here for Noah. Sets up a long bar dependency in the center of the stack. Could set up for a dirty one. He's ready. Does the long bar show? And it is not coming in time, so he's going to wisely take some stack down. Going to deal with survivability rather than efficiency here, which is the right play because you can't score points if you're dead. Oh, but a hang of the J. Oh, so Noah going to have to do some more burning here. Meanwhile, you got Miles at 782, Sidnev 901, add a Tetris, go to 935, Tommy 863, Gerald at 749. Gerald is clean. Ooh, double rotation there for Gerald.
Careful here. This is really, really huge right now for Miles. Every point that Miles gets right now is absolutely critical because with Dog out, it's only going to pad Miles's lead that much. No, my mic crapped out on me. It's okay now. I didn't even notice it got shut off.
I just thought you had stepped away.
No, I actually didn't notice it got shut off. I was wondering, like, why do you keep interrupting me? I'm like, oh shit, my mic's off. Pardon my French there. Okay, 923 for Miles right now. 976, Tommy. Sidnev A38. Miles needs a high finish here to be able to try and lock up this title. Well is not open for Miles, though. Oh, no. 932, that's it for Miles.
865 for Noah. 973 for Gerald. Tommy is at 832. Sidnev at 867. So 3 players are still going. So Miles not getting the max out, but is going to get some points thanks to the players that topped out in front of him.
Every point Miles gets here is going to be that much more the other players have to catch.
Sidnev with a B gets a long bar. There's a Tetris B55. Gerald looking clean here at A36. Gets a long bar. There's the Tetris. A78 starting to cut into that lead from Sidnev. Tommy at A69 also cutting into it.
Mouse is getting at least 4 points here, though, so Mouse will have the lead going into the final game. But this is going to allow a lot of other players to be in contention, though.
Yeah, Tommy with an A90 board starting to break down, gets that square over. A93 now. Gerald setting up as well.
Yeah. If I'm Miles, I'm voting for Gerald. I'm rooting for Gerald right now because Gerald has 1 less point than Sidnev and 3 less than Tommy. At least that's what I'd be rooting for if I was Miles.
Yeah, but Tommy still going. Does clean up the board. Ooh, could have gone flat with that bar, but didn't.
Tommy's
gonna
set up
their
here.
palm 3.
Tommy didn't take it. Tommy did not take it.
You know, that's what you can kind of see these players on these speeds. You know, they kind of... Oh, there it is. D58, level 39 for Gerald. He's done. B97. Tommy, I don't think this is... You can chase this down. But he can certainly maybe... I don't know. 2 Tetrises, and yeah, it's not going to happen. Not able to chase down Sidnev either. Sidnev tops out C77.
CO6 for Tommy. Honestly, this was the best possible scenario for Miles because the order in which those 3 finish is the reverse order of their points. Like, the most points went to the players furthest behind to the 23, 24, and 26. So, perfect scenario for Miles here. Let's see what these scores are going to be. We got the final game coming up. 494,000. Dog is going to remain at 35. DanV is going to get 1 point going from 24 to 25. Then in 6th place, KPoke's going to get 638,000. 2 points going to them. In 5th place, 865,000. Noah's going to get 3 points. Noah's now at 21. Then in 4th place, 932,000. Mouse gets 4 points, going to 38. Top 3 for this game. TommyNTG, 1.206. 6 points going their way, 26 to 32. Sidnev is going to finish 2nd, going from 24 to 32. And then Gerald Freeman, 10 big points with a D on the board, 23 to 33. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We got 1 game left. Hell yeah. So what do you think, Colin? Miles has a 3-point lead over Dog with 1 game left.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a 2-way chase down between Dog and Miles, and I think the implications here is if you're Miles, you need to just go out and win this. Dog, on the other hand, I mean, only 3 points back, needs to finish ahead of Miles, and Miles needs to finish in 3rd to squeak out a tie, so there's a lot of implications here.
There are 5 players that are still mathematically alive to win this. Who is going to get Tetris Immortality? Who is going to win the title of CTW Battle Royal Champion? It's all coming down to 1 game. Gerald Freeman, 33 points. TommyNTG, 32 points. Sidnev, 32 points. Dog, 35 points. Miles, 38 points, your current leader. The other players, unfortunately, are eliminated. But these 5 players right now, I'm going to put the green color on right now on Miles because Miles is the current leader. So everybody knows Miles has to chase that score. Or everybody has to chase Miles' score. Hey, Tetris Effects is saying Sidnev wins. It can happen.
All right, just waiting on a ready from Dog.
Neck and neck. Oh, look at Miles saying, I've never had this much pressure in a Tetris match before. This is what it's all about. This is where champions are made. Game 8. CTW.
And all of our players,
you know, it's
all
CTW.
of our players are ready.
Yes, CTW Immortality awaits for the winner here. Gerald, Tommy, Dog, Sidnev, and Mouse, all still in contention for it. And if it's a tie, we got a Game 9 tiebreaker. Let's see what happens. It is all gonna go down. Legends will be made right now after this game. Game number 8 decides our fate. Count it down in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Hey, DWE saying it the best. Is immortality at stake here, bro. You'll have a permanent role in the server as server champion if you take this down, whoever gets it. I just don't want to see it end in early top outs. Hey, Sodium went all in on Mouse with points here, it looks like. Oh, Sidnev getting a little bit high right now.
Yeah, Sidnev able to bring it down.
Oh no! Noah! Noah getting up dangerously high here.
Oh, that hangover on the left side.
Yes, if Miles finishes second, Miles will win.
Oh, but Noah gonna top out. He's gonna reset.
That's really unfortunate for Noah. Early casualty there for Noah. What was the final score for Noah?
I will go back and try to get that.
Yeah, you did great this tournament, by the way, too. Thank you so much for playing, Noah. You fought really hard to get all the way to the grand final. You have nothing to feel bad about fighting against this field. Thank you so much for participating.
Looks like 51,000.
All right, cool. Seven players remaining right now. This is hype right here. Hype with a capital H. One of these players will join Immortality in Classic Tetris Wars.
Yeah, K-Poke with a little bit of burn needed here. That's going to be a beautiful triple. Just needs a couple more. Ooh, doesn't quite get that square over either.
Hey, Hana asking if there's DAS editions of this. We have done a DAS Invitational before, and we'd definitely be open to doing another one soon.
Yeah, I think maybe what we'll do, instead of just a tournament, we can do like a DAS Royal event and then have qualifiers and just take the top 8. Just trying to run tournaments all the time is a little difficult.
Current overall leader right now, Gerald 330, DanV 313, Sidnev 302, Miles 313. Miles needs at least second place to clinch the tournament. But regardless, Miles is guaranteed the Tier 2 prize regardless, on top of whatever else comes. Hey, O saying the best in the chat. This is uncomfortably close.
All right, we've got Dog 303, DanV 385, Tommy 369, Gerald 446, Miles at 406, Sidnev at 395, and K-Poke at 335. K-Poke a bit off of the pace here, and that was just a count to all the early burning he had to do.
Gerald 470 still has the lead. Mouse 452, however, is right in second place. Sidnev 425, Dog 395, Tommy 438, DanV 454, Pokey 360. Gerald with 33 points is probably going to need to win to really have a good shot here. Is 5 points behind Miles. Gerald is going to get another Tetris, so 538. That's a bad Z pieces for Mouse. Mouse have to do a little bit of digging here. Shouldn't be dangerous, though.
And thank you, Alex Thatch, for the contribution to the prize pool, $5.
Much appreciated, Alex. Thank you so much. Hell yeah.
Yep. Now's probably the best time to plug one final time for our Matcherino. Exclamation point Matcherino into the chat to help fund the prize pool for these players. All these players have come out with reckless abandon and have been played amazing. Help these players earn a little bit more money if you're feeling generous and contribute today.
Another Tetris from Mouse. 594 now for Mouse. Mouse is the leader at 38 points. Just needs to finish second or first to clinch the title. Transition 618 Miles.
All right, we've got transition from all of our players there. DanV, nice adjustment. Gonna go Akibar with the long bar there. 672. Dog doesn't quite get that long bar all the way over. Oh, almost didn't get that one either. You can kind of see him smiling there. He's at 578 in a much better situation. Gerald at 758. Tommy 660. Miles 674. Sidnev 664 going left well. And KPoke 525.
Another Tetris going for Tommy. Tommy now 694. Mouse takes a good safety triple, 683. Tetris Mouse 710. 700 Sidnev. Dog 610. As far as the 5 contenders, falling a little bit behind the pace. DanV 777 goes to 804. Gerald 844 still has the lead. Is 5 points behind Miles though.
Oh, KPoke with a bunch of nasty hangs here.
This is not looking good for KPoke. Oh, there's a mischief.
No,
That's it for KPoke.
Oh, 589 his final score.
There we go. 6 players remain. All 5 of the title contenders are still in, by the way. But GG's to KPoke for an amazing tournament. You played so well to get this far. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hell yeah. Yeah, Sidnev and Mouse have clinched their 5%.
Sidnev getting up a bit high, 846. There's a long bar. There's the Tetris up to 876.
Gerald has the max out, A04. Mouse 845. Sidnev's a little bit of a dig, but 880. Tommy 966. Dog 781. Gerald's in a little bit of a dig here too, actually. Mouse is pretty clean.
Yeah, Dog able to get that Tetris well open.
Gerald's got to clean this out. Mouse is clean. Mouse waiting for the long bar. Oh, Mouse playing smart. Safety triple. Boom, there's a Tetris. There's another one. Mouse 957.
Got a max out from DanV, A49.
A7
oh, and
now Gerald.
A Vit set up there for Dan.
Mouse is going aggressive here. Knows what they need to do. There's a max out from Mouse, A25. And another one, A60. Almost caught up to Joe, but Tommy just stormed ahead. B77 Tommy.
B57 DanV, A93 Sidnev. Sidnev with a long bar down the center going B28 now. So there's 3 1.1s.
Mouse has got to get out of this.
Yeah,
Mouse got
getting
the B on
another
the
B.
board. Mouse has the B. There we go. Mouse, I think, is okay. There we go. C on the board. Gerald, C on the board. C for Tommy. C for Sidnev. Boom! Center well, Sidnev. C89. Tetris Miles, B58. This is it, baby. This is the final battle. Hell yeah. And Mouse is going for it. Mouse went for that.
Very aggressive placements, and then takes the triple as the bar comes.
Oh, Tommy and Dog are done! Tommy
This
and
is
Dog.
huge for Miles.
But a D on the board for Dan. Gerald's done! Can Mouse finish this off? Set up! Mouse is up! Tetris Miles! C69! And set up again! Tetris! Mouse has just passed Gerald! I think Mouse might be our champion!
Yeah, but you got DanV over here playing out of his mind. F10 and still going. Gets a Tetris. F53 level 35.
Another Tetris! D77 for Miles! Sidnev FO4! And Miles gets another one, E23! And set up again! Tetris again, E69! Can pass Sidnev here! If it passes Sidnev, I think it clinches the title! E83, not gonna be enough, but DanV gets the rollover! DanV gets the rollover. I don't know if it's gonna be enough points, though! Did the other player score high enough? We gotta find out! There we go, 1.7 for DanV! Hell yeah!
Yeah, he is pumped. GG's.
All right, let's see if Mal's got enough. I don't know. We got to get the scores in. We got to get the scores in. All right, everybody stay on their screen so I can record these. Okay, D11 for Joe. I'm still getting these scores entered.
DanV in the chat letting us know that that was a PB level 39 cap. Wow.
Hell yeah! All right, the final scores are in. And right now, just to build the suspense, I'm going to bring up the promo banners.
Oh, why would you do that?
Final scores are going in right now.
You can cut the tension with a piece of paper.
That's the idea. Mouse is just standing up wondering if he won it. All right, I have some news. There is going to be a tiebreaker played. Are you ready to see the results?
Yes, let's see them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miles the Great has won the tournament! Ladies and gentlemen, your Classic Tetris Wars Battle Royal 4 champion, Miles the freaking Great! Hell yeah!
Yeah, you can see he is pumped there. Miles getting it done with 44 points. Etching his name into Classic Tetris Wars fame. Not only being the only player to have had a perfect Battle Royal, but has also become the Classic Tetris Battle Royal Championship 4 winner. Congratulations, Miles.
Hey, TikTok will go nuts. Boopy saying it the best. Miles, you absolutely earned this. I mean, you truly earned this in every way. I am so beyond proud of you, Miles. Hell frickin' yeah! I just love Miles' smiling face. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up to Gerald and Dog. Third place is 10% of the prize pool. Fourth place is 5% of the prize pool. If you both want to split 7.5%, I'm okay with that. Okay, Gerald and Dog both agree 7.5. That's what we're doing. So this is your final results of the tournament. 8th place in the tournament, Noah Dang is going to finish this with 21 points. 7th place is K-Pokey with 24 points. 5th and 6th place, we have a two-way tie. DanV and TommyNTG, 35 points apiece. Then 3rd place, we have a two-way tie, 37 points apiece. Gerald, Freeman, and Dog playing Tetris. 2nd place, Sidnev's gonna get it with 40 points. And Miles the Great, 44 points, is your champion. Hell yeah. Hey, Miles, can you join in VC with us so we can talk a little bit? Awesome. Thanks so much, Miles.
Yeah. Head over to the,
All right.
Head into the Restreams voice channel, Miles. I'll drag you in there, actually.
Hey, hello. Miles, how you doing? Congratulations. You are the man.
Hey, what's up, GD? Yeah, thanks, bro. Man, I can't believe I did it, dude. Like, that's crazy, bro. I did not expect this.
Against this field, too. Gerald, Tommy, Dog, and DanV on the top row. That goes on from you winning in your semifinal match. Despite being a tier 2, you took down all those tier 1 players.
Yeah, I mean, you know, qualifying doesn't really mean much. Like, I kind of didn't play the best in quals, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my best. Try and lock in the matches where it really matters. So glad I was able to do that.
You definitely just, in my opinion, I think the championship moment for you was that unbelievable dig about midway through the match. Not only did you pull that dig, you ended up winning the game too. That was, in my opinion, a championship moment if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that dig. You know, I honestly I thought it was over. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, but I just got the right pieces. I had the right rolls. My rolls were doing good. Pieces were good. It just all kind of fell into place there.
Now, did you have a lot of nerves when you were getting into the later games and you had the lead, especially when Dog was charging up after getting that one win?
Yeah, I was definitely getting a bit more nervous. I honestly was not nervous at all until the very last game, because then, like, I don't know, there's a lot of pressure and everyone was like, oh, you can win, you need to get this, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm nervous now, like, I need to get something. But I locked the freak in on the last game, getting that 1.4. Oh my dude, I was like low-key scared. I was just gonna top out on 29 or something, but I'm so happy my last game was best game.
No, and then especially when DanV had that 1.7 that took away the 10 points, that just left the door open for the other players to really catch up. Being able to lock it in and secure that second place to get the win, that was absolute clutch.
Yeah, oh, man, everyone they played so well. Like Dan with the 1.7, man, that was great for me. Thanks Dan for being good, man. Appreciate it.
Now there was a while that I thought DanV was going to make a charge to win it until the second half, but I really thought like when we were getting into the fourth quarter that Dog and Tommy were really going to start pouring it on. They both were too. I mean they were getting the 1.2s they needed to get, but you getting like, let me look at the chart right here. How many big scores you had in this one? You had Game 7 was your only non-max, and then other than that you had a 1.0, a 1.3, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 932, and a 1.4. So B5B 1.2s from games 2 to 6, and finish it off with the 1.4. That is championship caliber Tetris. Hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly have not been playing much recently, so I was kind of nervous. And plus, I just switched back to my ABS because I'm in my college dorm. So I was a bit nervous about all the logistics, but maybe there was a buff, something like that. So I just locked in somehow, which is great.
You locked in like an absolute BOSS boss. You got anything else to say to him, Colin?
No, nothing really else, Miles. Just congratulations on your big win. Obviously, it was a hard-fought battle. You had a tough competition to go out in front of you. I'm just very pleased that you were able to finish as well as you did. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for running the event, guys. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate
Anytime.
it.
We have 200 people in the chat right now. ClassicTetris. Anything you want to say to your fans right here?
Yeah, well, shout out to everybody. I recognize people from TikTok going here. I appreciate you. Also, shout out to just Dog, Sodium, DanV for getting that 1.7 fireworks, and just everybody watching. And it'd be even cooler if you donated more to the prize pool. But that's it. Okay.
Yeah. Kate and I watching Tetris. Scott Gray. Thank you guys so much for the very generous contributions to the prize pool as well. You guys are what make Tetris great.
Hey, Poopy saying it the best. A huge W because Mouse's TikTok viewers might be inspired and flock to the scene. That's amazing. The more the merrier. Keep this scene growing. And I gotta say right now, we have some big plans for CTW in 2024. We're building a brand new website dedicated to just CTW, brand new stat tracking systems, brand new season systems, new championship systems. We are going to be really taking CTW to the stratosphere coming up in the next year. We can't wait to have you all along for the ride. And you, Mouse, too, you are now forever etched in CTW immortality as a major champion. Congratulations again. Hell yeah.
Oof. My lifelong dream.
Now it's all downhill from here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, thank you so much again. Also, everybody else that participated in the tournament, especially our players that made it to the finals, huge GGs to Gerald, Tommy, Dog, Dan, Sidnev, Noah, and K-Poke, all for getting this far, all for playing your absolute best, laying it all out on the digital field, and just really having a fun time. All of you together, all of you in the chat, and everybody in the server that participated in the tournament that didn't make it this far, you are all what makes Classic Tetris Wars what it is today. Everybody in the chat here, join me with one last big hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
All right, let's find somebody to raid. Let's see who's... Oh, CTL's playing. CTL channel's playing. Let's go ahead and raid CTL. All right. Thank you all so much again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you again to my partner in crime, Colin. Thank you to Tyler in the chat for all the stats that you take. Thank you all in Classic Tetris Wars. And congratulations again to our new champion, Miles. Everybody, we're going to CTL now. Have a great night. Hell yeah. And that's a wrap.